This is a video on how to put together the door of a Volkswagen Bug. This is a 65. Go over the parts real quick. We have the outer scraper, the vent window, the inner scraper, the regulator, the window itself, and then this track that goes in down here. There's a felt channel that runs around the top, and also a felt channel that runs inside the vent window. I purchased this set off of CIP1.com. I think the regulators are from, I think they're from CIP1 also. The problem is I was trying to put these things together, and all the videos I saw talked about it, but they didn't tell you the order in which to put this thing together. So it took me about 4 hours to figure this thing out, 4 or 5 hours maybe. And I didn't have the patience to film this while I was doing it because I was really pissed off the whole time. After I learned how to do it, I did the passenger side in about an hour. So I'll give you a quick rundown. So those are the parts you're going to need. You're also going to need these retaining clips. This is one of the originals. I bought new ones. This is one of the originals though. That goes inside the door and it holds this outer felt to the door. That will also hold this outer scraper in, and that's the part you want to start with. So you want to install this, shape it as best you can to the inside of this door frame, and then these retaining clips will actually slide in to the door and it'll hold the outer scraper in, and eventually it'll hold this felt in place as well. So you want to put the inner or the outer scraper in first, and you want to take the window, you want to push it in here, lay it against this inside this door, and just lay it behind that support there. There's a support, lay it behind there, it'll hold it up and it'll keep it out of the way while you install the rest of the pieces. That's one of the things that the other videos didn't discuss. They talked about putting in the regulator and then sliding the window in behind the regulator, which is almost impossible without breaking the damn thing. And this is a new one, so it's not great quality. It's not original quality. So, like I said, trial and error and a lot of F-bombs, and I figured out what to do. So outer scraper, retain the outer scraper with these. They go inside this track and they slide into place. You'll see 4 holes along the 2 on the side, 2 on the top. They'll eventually work to hold that felt in. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So outer scraper, window in, set it behind the support here, and just leave it there. Because the next thing you want to do is put in this regulator. You want to slide it into place, and you want to pull it towards the inside of the door. It naturally wants to go to the outside of the door, so when you put this vent window in, it actually traps the regulator out and you can't use it. So you need to pull it in. It'll actually slide into place inside this hollow space here. It'll slide into place. It'll hold itself, but you have to look down into the door to do that. Like I said, I wish I would have done this while I was putting it together, but this video would have been 5 hours long, so you're getting the meat and the potatoes of it here. After the regulator's in, you want to put it in place with a couple of the bolts and just hold it in. Don't tighten them down yet. Put the vent window in next. There's a screw that holds it into the window frame up here, and this bolt holds it into place. Again, the regulator will be inside the vent window. After that's in and it's tightened down, I put this support bar back in, and then I put this felt channel in. That'll squeeze into these retainers and it'll hold into place. It doesn't do a great job, but it's in there. But it's an old car, so. After that, I attached the actual window to the regulator, which was a pain, but it's trial and error. Get it attached as best you can. Again, leave it loose so you can move it around, because it's going to have to go inside this felt channel and that felt channel. And there's a lot of working to do with that. So leave it all loose so you can move it, move around 1/2 inch or so until it's into place. Inner scraper goes in prior to the window going in, all the way up. So inner scraper, that attaches inside the door. And then once the inner scraper goes in, I had to trim it. It was way too long. It came out to like here. So I had to trim it way back in order for it to even fit there. So make sure you're checking it before you start putting in place using the retaining tabs, check the length. If it's too long, it's not going to fit. You're going to break your retaining tabs. You're going to have to buy a new piece. So if it's too long, go ahead and clip it off while it's outside the car before you install it. I used a really good set of wire snips, and they cut the rubber and the actual metal that runs along in there that holds this rubber in place. So trimmed it down at least 2 inches. It was that much bigger. Once that was in place, rolled the window up, got it inside the felt channel as it is now, rolled it back down, and then I tightened it all in place. Tightened the regulator in place, tightened the window to the regulator, and that was pretty much it. It goes up and down, it's slow, it's not great, but the original one was slow too. When it was, before I started my restoration, it was all original and it was real slow. It didn't work right, so I'm kind of used to being slow. It works fine, it just takes a little while to get up, and I think over time it's going to wear itself in. I actually ended up putting some WD-40 inside the channels to help that window slide, and since then it started going up easier. So hope that helps you out, and good luck. The other side's in and my plastic's in now to keep the water from soaking the back of the door panel and ruining that. So it's coming along. Good luck on it.